Here is a story about Anthony Gay, locked in solitary confinement for 8,000 days. It all started with a fight and robbery charges over $1 and a hat. Tricked into a plea bargain led to 4 years of probation. That was until his next violation. Driving without a license led to 7 years in prison. The feeling of his life ending to his heart a cataclysmic collision. Amendments paid for with over a century of blood would immediately expire. Who would have been able to fathom what was to transpire? In prison, a fight led to solitary confinement. His soul would soon be forgotten smolder under a burning fire. A fire of psychological horrors from isolation, burning tattoos of self-harm and mutilation. Desperate, dehumanizing cries for help, met by a response of retaliation. Anthony began to be buried by multiple sentences. Like quicksand, it grew Great Pyramid of Giza steep, a coffin 97 years deep. Like the Titanic in treacherous waters, Anthony began to drown. With the flick of a pen, a thwack of a gavel, to his future, Anthony said goodbye. He was set to remain in a place devoid of compassion, a place designed for hope to decay and humanity wither and die. The roots of prison injustice still grow, a repetitious resurrection of the hells of enslavement, stealing black and brown lives by the droves. Anthony felt a fear centuries old as that in 1844, when Lucy Ann Delaney felt dread at her core. Like Anthony, she stood before a judge fighting to be free. Her heart throbbed in agony, lost in the possibility of being stolen from her mother and freedom forever. Pontiac Prison was a pernicious place. Anthony had no idea how much his life it would steal. Through his unimaginable resilience, horrific truth of what he had lost has been revealed. 192,000 hours of his life, 800 million of his heartbeats, 176 million breaths he'll never get back. One day Anthony knew he had to become his own rescue. The 1 hour free from his prison coffin each day he spent learning the law and rewiring his mind. Stepping into his power, a way out he would find. Like Moses, he parted the sea of lies. His light drew valiant allies, and being freed from his coffin no longer was a pipe dream. And said a truth so sweet from the rooftops, Anthony screamed. Anthony Gay felt the Frederick Douglass endless endeavor, a force, a freedom mechanics, a calling to be an amendment architect. From the 13th to the 14th Amendments to Anthony's Bill HB 3564, the call for Constitution reengineering continues on the Senate floor. Anthony now bravely holds a torch in his hand. With a rope of hope in his psyche, Anthony creates a way. Through this labyrinth of treacherous twists and merciless fray, Anthony, a true alchemist, has turned darkness into light. This fuels him to continue his David and Goliath fight. And the battle for his freedom, Anthony continues. Currently accused of being a career criminal, he faces 15 years to life, pounding at his door once again the possibility of prison till death. As of May of 2022, a hung jury forces justice to hold its breath. In the midst of this vehement storm, Anthony acts like the oak tree. With all quadrillion of his cells, he yearns to stay free. Now, destiny beckons Anthony and us to be thunder and lightning, to reign in justice and send the prison system down the sewer drains, to ocean roar and rise, to see the brutality and abuse demised, to find the anti-racist antidote for the hate that takes lives by the throat, to uproot black and brown incarceration, to plow the rotting soil, to dig deeper than we've ever dug, to treat the mentally ill with love, to remove this cancer underneath our nose and replace it with love so a humane system is composed. With his story in our hearts, an invitation to do our part, an act for justice and hope to soon see Anthony breathe another victory.